There's one patch in Call of Duty Ghosts that everyone wants me to do. The Dictator. Fire an entire LMG clip into your enemies without missing a bullet. Rest assured, I'm going to help you get this patch one way or another. And here we go. There are 3 ways to obtain this patch legitimately. I say legitimately as this is clearly one of the most boosted patches out there. First of all, let me mention that you cannot achieve this by firing at kill streaks. You must hit actual people. Bummer, I know. Method 1. Camp your dick off. I do not recommend this strategy and therefore will not spend much time on it. However, if you wish to try it this way, I suggest using every dirty trick you can find for camping. Dark corners and what have you. Wait until a player comes by, sneak up behind them with dead silence on, and tap the R1 button until they die. Do not hold it down like you normally would. You do not want to give up a single bullet. Move to a different area and repeat this tactic. Do note, however, that if each enemy takes 3 bullets to kill, that's at least 33 enemies you have to kill without dying or missing a single bullet. Yeah, good luck with that. Method 2. The Juggernaut. As in my surgical and Mach 5 patch help videos, any type of Juggernaut is a viable, although extremely difficult way in obtaining the Dictator patch. The problem stems from the fact that no matter which of the 4 LMGs you use, all take multiple Juggernauts to get an entire clip fired off. I did the testing for you so you can see which is the easiest to achieve this challenge. Take note, these may not be exact. So the Amelie has a 100 round capacity and kills a Juggernaut in 25 bullets at close range, which means you would need at least 4 Juggernauts to complete the challenge. The M27 also has a 100 round capacity and kills a Juggernaut in 34 bullets at close range, which means you would need at least 3 Juggernauts to complete the challenge. The LSAT, likewise, has a 100 round capacity and kills a Juggernaut in 34 bullets at close range as well, which also means you would need at least 3 Juggernauts to complete the Dictator patch. Lastly, the Chainsaw only has an 80 round capacity and kills a Juggernaut in 50 bullets at close range, which means you would only need 2 Juggernauts to complete the challenge. Clearly, we have a viable option here. Barely 2 Juggernauts for the Chainsaw. However, the drawback is that the Chainsaw does not have a true ADS. It's a hipfire only weapon. You can do somewhat of an ADS to tighten the hipfire spread, but that's it. Put steady aim on it to increase your chances of landing all the shots. This is not the method I want to talk about, however, so I won't go into detail about the strategy here. I'll link my surgical and Mach 5 patch help videos in the description, which go into depth about how to best deal with the Juggernauts for this challenge. I did want to say, however, that this wouldn't be as hard as you think it is if you run with a full party. If all of you run 2 concussion grenades and the recon Juggernaut, you're going to have at least 6 Juggernauts available to shoot and try on every map. With each player capable of stunning the target for you, firing point-blank range into 2 Juggernauts shouldn't be that difficult. Still, this method is probably too difficult for most people, especially solo. And that brings us to Method 3, the Predator. I noticed a lot of you have figured this method out already, but I'm willing to bet a majority of the population has no idea yet. Unfortunately, this is only available on the map Ruins, found in the Devastation DLC. If you don't have a season pass or haven't bought the Devastation DLC, you'll have to resort to method number 1 or number 2. There are 2 map-specific care packages on the map Ruins. A volcano bomb, which occurs pretty rarely, or the Predator, which is more common. The Predator behaves much like the Juggernaut Maniac or the Michael Myers Field Order reward. There are a few additions that are linked to its abilities in the Predator movies themselves. Speaking of these abilities, the Predator has a wide variety of weapons and abilities to use at his disposal. Lastly, and what we're most interested in, is that when the Predator is near death, they will drop into Last Stand mode and activate the Predator Self-Destruct. An animation will show a bomb on its left wrist being activated, and after detonation, it will kill every player on the enemy team. This is very similar to the Chem Strike. So I tested all 4 LMGs on the Predator. The Chainsaw wins again, simply due to its lower ammo count and faster fire rate. Watch here as I successfully unload all 80 rounds into the downed Predator using a rapid-fire chainsaw with time to spare on the clock. As you can see, it is very possible to complete this challenge using this method. The other LMGs shoot too slow. Watch here as I use the LSAT with rapid fire, which is the second fastest shooting LMG besides the chainsaw, and fail to unload all 100 rounds before he blows up. That's not to say it isn't possible with the rapid fire LSAT, but you'd have to be shooting him before he dies. This is, however, very risky because when he dies, he then drops to the last stand position. That transition from standing to dropping will make missing a bullet very likely. Watch here as I demonstrate what I mean. I unload my chainsaw into him while he's still alive, and then he drops to the ground, and it looks like I miss a few bullets in that transition. So now we know what to do. Let me give you the loadout that is ideal. After that, we'll put it all together and I'll show you how it pans out. First, you'll need the chainsaw with rapid fire and a silencer. The need for the silencer is that so you do not draw attention to yourself when you're trying to finish off the predator. The last thing you want to do is get shot while you're engaging the predator in his last stand mode. For perks, I recommend Ready Up, since we don't have enough points for the quick draw perk, Sleight of Hand, to ensure we're always at full ammo in case we run into the predator, Reflex, which I'll explain this one in a second, Steady Aim, to tighten the hipfire spread of the chainsaw and ensure we don't miss a single bullet, Dead Silence, so we can sneak around, and Extra Tactical. Next, you'll want 2 concussion grenades. These are for stunning the predator, making him easier to kill and unable to escape. For streaks, go Support. You need the ballistic vest and the ammo crate. The third slot is up to you. Just as a note, the Oracle does not reveal the predator. So now back to the Reflex perk. You want the ammo crate and the Reflex perk for the same reason. As I mentioned earlier, you don't want to down the predator with the chainsaw, as the risk for missing a bullet is huge in that transition from alive to last stand mode. The plan is to engage the predator with another weapon. This is where the ammo crate and Reflex come in. You can either get your own weapon from a crate or pick one up extremely fast off the ground thanks to Reflex. This ensures that you will have full ammo with the chainsaw when the predator does go down. Use the other weapon you picked up or pulled out of the ammo crate to kill the predator, and then swap to the chainsaw and unload all 80 rounds while his 5-second timer goes off. Let me mention here that there are a lot of things standing in your way for this method. Number 1, you have to let the enemy get a predator. I've played probably 100 plus matches on the Runes map, and my team always seems to get the predator. You may end up having to let the enemy get some kills and keep that briefcase so they will get it. Number 2, you have to find the predator. With his damn cloaking maneuver, he is virtually impossible to find. The amount of times I've engaged in one-on-one combat with the predator are very, very slim. Number 3, if you do find him, you have to down him with another weapon, use your Reflex perk to swap to your chainsaw, and then unload, just as I mentioned earlier. All of this takes at least 5 to 10 seconds. And during this time, you have to pray that you do not get shot by any of the predator's other 5 teammates. It's all about luck here. Okay, so now we're in business. We've got the strategy and we've got the loadout. If you're new to my patch help videos, this is the part where I play music and show a clip of me actually achieving the patch. As you just saw, I engaged the predator, but he cloaked and killed me before I could down him. I scrambled to re-find him, and then that magic moment occurred. He appears in a flash, right in my line of sights. The game is near an end, and my heart starts to pound. He's looking right at me, and I'm looking right at him. There's no one else nearby as far as I can see. I have a second weapon out and a full ammo chainsaw in reserve. He's already half dead due to my earlier engagement where I weakened him. I've waited days upon days for this very scenario, this very moment. My heart was definitely racing. It may sound stupid, but anyone nearing a chem strike, a Moab, a nuke, or any important achievement in a video game will recognize this feeling. I'm about to get the Dictator patch, the most sought after patch in Call of Duty Ghosts. Wait, what? What is this Mickey Mouse bull squash? The Predator blew up before the countdown finished? I downed him with my secondary just as my strategy indicates. I was at point blank range firing my clip into him. I had plenty of time and he blew up early. How could this have happened? And that leads me to number 4 of my things standing in your way count. If the player using the Predator streak pounds the buttons on the controller when he dies, he will prematurely blow up, ruining your chances to get the patch. You have to hope you get a noob who just lets the 5-second timer go to completion. I don't know exactly what button it is that detonates the bomb earlier, but I tested it in a private match and pushed all the buttons at once. As you can see here, he blows up upon doing this. Call of Duty Ghost Wiki states that this happens if you damage him when he's in last stand mode, but this is false. I showed at least 2 clips earlier demonstrating me unloading my entire clip into the down Predator and not having him prematurely blow up. And there you have it, folks. I did not achieve this patch yet. I'm still actively working on it. However, I have given you the tools to make it happen. You just need an extreme amount of luck. I've done my part to help you with this guide. Now it's your turn to bring home the Dictator. In fact, let's make a challenge out of this. To anyone who completes the Dictator patch before I do, using this method and recording it, I'll give you a prize. If the winner allows it, I'll also upload the clip to my channel and advertise your own channel, or Twitter, or whatever you want me to advertise on my channel as a reward. No boosting is allowed though. The race is on. Can you achieve this rare patch before I do?